There's always a good feeling to go back to an anime convention when you haven't been there for 4 years. And it felt so damn good. Now, I don't know about many of you, but for me, when I go to an anime convention, it gives me this nice home, warm feeling when there's all these different fandoms coming together, no matter if it's anime, comic books, video games, card people, TCG type people. We are all just coming into one place just to express our love for these different franchises, and it just feels so good. Now, I haven't been to an anime convention or just a convention in general in over 4 years. Like a real, true anime, full capacity convention in 4 years. Now, I have gone to a couple events this year from Toy Palooza and Three Rivers Comic Con, but they never gave me the satisfaction of a true walking around experience of an anime convention. And this year, over the weekend, we went to Teco 2024 and it felt very, very good. Now, this is a convention I used to go to almost all the time, but then, a pandemic happened, so we wasn't able to go to it for quite a while. And then now, going back to it and walking around, it just felt like a nostalgia wave something I knew for years, but also a little bit new. There was a whole new types of vibes that were there, from Hell of a Boss, from video games, from classic anime, from TCG, from all these other things. The event was so much bigger than ever before. You had a gaming side, you had a dealer's room side, you had full stuff upstairs on the tippy top. There was so much to see and so much to do, and I was trying to document it all, but I also was trying to enjoy the convention as it was happening because I just wanted to vibe. At first, I did have the intent of just documenting and vlogging the entire time, but then after some moments went by, I was just like, I just want to enjoy it, because there's not a lot of times where I can just enjoy being in a place without thinking about the content first. And I put the content behind me and just enjoyed the vacation that I was granted with Teco 2024, and it felt pretty good. Now, there were some things that I did see that was really cool. Like the first day, we had a flea market, which I haven't gone to a flea market in a very long time. And it felt good just to see that haggling kind of vibes going around, trying to get these cool deals at a good bargain in a very good way. The first day I went, I was looking around. I didn't really see much, but the one thing that I did see, a game that I was looking for quite a while, was Akiba's Trip. Now, if you guys know, I did a full playthrough of the prequel game of Akiba's Trip, Hell and Bound, a year or so ago, and the full playthrough is on the channel if you want to check it out. The cards is in the corner right here if you want to check that out. And now this is the sequel. Now this one I had before, but then I sold it years ago, and now the game had a new DLC that came out, and it recently got a physical edition on the Switch that I do want to track down eventually. But I did want to get the PS4 original that didn't have a collector's edition, or maybe it did, I don't remember, I might have to track that down. Regardless of the fact, I did find this at a person selling, and it was $18 and I haggled it for $15, so it was a pretty good bargain, and I went here and picked it up. And it does come complete in box with the manual and the disc. Of course, the disc should be in there because that's the main important part, but the main important thing, it is pretty good. Now, the case is a little scuffed up on the bottom here. However, PS4 cases are a dime a dozen, so I can just easily swap this out to another PS4 case if I choose to do so. The more important thing is that I have the game, and now I'm going to be able to play it. If you play the Akiba Strip, it's pretty much a game where you go around ripping people's clothes off and trying to expose them as being vampires and to the sunlight. And it's a pretty fun goofy kind of game that you don't have to take too seriously, and I am looking forward to playing the new DLC that goes along with it. So I was very happy to find this on the first day, because I wasn't really going there for gaming per se, but I did enjoy, you know, as a gamer and a JRPG lover, I do have to sometimes look for some good gaming deals, and this was one of those good deals that I had to pick up. So after that, there was Friday, and we moved into that day, and that's when the real convention starts. And there was a lot of stuff going on, from, you know, the dealer's room, different panels and different events happening around that time. And it was just nice to see all these different types of cosplayers going around and in tune to their cosplays. You saw all kinds of stuff, from Soul Eater, from Trigun, from classics like that, into new stuff from Hell of a Boss, from video games, from Princess Peach and Bowsette and Kafka, from Honkai. There was so many different varieties that was there. There was even some Nightwing and Batman in there and stuff there. And that's the one thing I just enjoy about conventions, because you get to see these different fandoms just come together and just enjoy mediums. I don't think there's any other place in the world where you get to see a plethora of different fandoms coming together and just enjoying people's company. You get to meet new friends, reconnect with old friends, and just have a fucking amazing time. And it just feels so good just to walk around. So we checked out a few other things. This one day we were checking out more of the dealer's room, which we'll get to the dealer room pickups for a minute. But the more thing I mostly focused on was Pokemon TCG. Now recently I've been getting way back into collecting Pokemon cards. Now I don't try to open up cards as much as I used to, because I don't really care for having bulk as much, but there are a few cards that I'm trying to track down, like the full Gardevoir set of cards, which is my favorite Pokemon of all time. So that also leads into finding Rhodes and Krylia, and then a couple other ones that I might tend to find from, like Serena and Braxton, and a couple other my favorites. And me and my wife went to the gaming hall and checked out some TCG, and surprisingly, we did find a few cards that I wanted.
Oh, I think I have this one. This one for $8.
They have the Take Team Raichus.
Oh yeah.
They're so cute.
For $10, it's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
I have this Gardevoir, but I don't know. I think I have this one.
You'd have to look at your binder. Both Vaporeons. Raichu.
It's Among the Skies Vaporeon.
Oh, yeah? It is this Gardevoir. You have this Gardevoir.
Yeah.
Good, hurry.
No, I don't have that one.
Oh, you don't have that one?
How you doing?
Good. Were you looking for anything specific today?
I just wanted to see how much you have on this Gardevoir EX.
You know for sure you don't have that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are like the alternate rares from whatever sets the hard was. Yeah. I think these are
I might have to do the tag teams. They're so cute.
So in the gaming hall, I was able to find this shiny Rhodes from, I think, Paldean Fates? Yeah, Paldean Fates. I was able to find this shiny Rhodes for only $7, which was a really good deal. Now, I'm more in the camp of just buying the cards that I want, because there's certain cards that I specifically want, but I don't want to break open a million packs just to find it. So if the card is in a reasonable price, then I feels like it's saving me a lot of time and money just to buy the one card I do want. Now, I didn't find any Krylias that I didn't already have, but there were a few Gardevoirs that I didn't have that I did manage to find, like this Gardevoir V. I don't remember what set this is from, but I do know it's a Sun and Moon set. I think it's Champion's Path. I'm not 100% sure. If I do figure it out, I'll put it on the screen. But I do know this Silver Tempest of Deanna and Gardevoir sitting together is one I've been tracking down forever, and they had it only there for $3. $3. This was like $5. I'm like, whoa, this card that I've been searching for a good long while was only $3. And I was like, that is a steal, and I'm taking that. I'm taking that with me. And then of course I managed to find a Serena and another Serena. This one is actually Japanese, the Japanese version of Serena. I could take them out. That would probably be the smart idea to take them out, but they're kind of a hassle to put back in because they're not sleeves, so I'm not trying to do that that much, but you get the idea. This is a beautiful, amazing card. I don't know why my camera's not focusing on that. It's a Japanese card, and it was only like $2. I know it's not the most craziest card in the world, but Serena is one of my favorite Pokemon, and I do love her for obvious reasons, I guess. But she's kind of a cool Pokemon nonetheless, and I managed to find these two for only $5 or $2, and I love that. I am more in that camp. If I can find a good card for a reasonable price, then I'm more inclined to go that route. And I think that's just what I've been doing more so, instead of breaking up a million packs and not getting what I want and wasting money. So I'm always down for saving money for the things that I want. You know what I'm saying? So that is one thing that we did focus on that day. And then after that, my wife did get a couple of cards as well, but if you want to check out what she got, you're gonna have to check out her video on her channel, which is Boba Doggo. So the link will be in the cards over there as well if you want to check, or the link in the description if you want to check out the stuff that she got. Moving on, we finally went to the dealer's room and checked out all the stuff that they had. There was so many things that they had, from really cool cars, from a Nautical car, from an Oron car, and then just other types of vendors that was there selling all kinds of stuff. Now, compared to other dealer rooms I've seen, this wasn't like the best. I think it was about a B level grade of a bunch of stuff that they had. A lot of the vendors had pretty much the similar kind of things, but for different prices for what you were looking for. And most of the stuff that I was focusing mostly on is tapestries and wall scrolls for my walls, because if you guys didn't know, I am preparing for my new room tour, and in my last video of the Neptunia video I dropped, I did talk about things that I was looking for my particular room, for sections of my walls, for like my Atelier wall, my Final Fantasy section, and my Neptunia section. But there are other spots in my room that I'm setting up for that I'm looking for tapestries for, and that was the main focus of this entire convention. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to find a lot of tapestries that I wanted. Now, I have a certain vibe and theme that I do want to make in my room, and maybe I might make a follow-up video on my other channel just to kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. But if you guys do want to see more collecting videos and me leading up to my main room tour video, let me know, and I will definitely make a video for that, and if you guys want to see something like that. But moving on, the most thing, if I wasn't able to find tapestries, we were limiting ourselves to just buying 1 or 2 figures at most, because most of the time nowadays we buy figures through AmiAmi, which is a lot cheaper and a lot more reasonable for figures that we want. However, there's nothing like buying a figure right there and there and having it in your face. So we did decide to keep our limits to at least 1 or 2 figures if we absolutely wanted it, and it was a reasonable price. And one of those figures was this Ryza figure from Sega. It's a beautiful figure with Ryza leaning on a barrel. Now there is a figure that goes along with her, with this Lilia, and I did see that there. However, I felt like I can get that a lot cheaper on AmiAmi, so I decided not to get this one. But I just wanted to have a Ryza figure in general, so I managed to pick up this one, which I'm going to be unboxing in its own video, along with this Ryza figure that I got for 30 bucks, and I think this is from Coreful. I don't know this manufacturer. Oh, it's from Taito. It's Taito. I do know Taito. Those are Taito's figures right there. I'm stupid. But yeah, I got a couple of prize figures for Ryza that were about 30 bucks. This one was 30 bucks and this was 30 bucks. So $60 altogether. But I got this on the second day while I got this on the first day, because we were limiting ourselves to 1 figure per day if we were going to buy figures. I did find a Nokia of the Alchemist figure that I was going to buy. That was like 160 at max. However, I decided not to get it because it would have blew through my entire convention budget that we had for that convention. And I wanted to get it, and I feels like I should have, because it's one of those figures that you don't normally see on the market anymore. And even in the aftermarket, it's pretty rare at this point, because it's a spin-off game to one of the Atelier games. And a character I don't know that much. That's the only reason why I didn't jump onto it, because I haven't had the chance to play this game yet. And because I didn't play this game, I don't have a true connection to her like I did Ryza. So getting 2 figures of Ryza versus 1 figure, you can see the weight options there. But I did see that, and it was really cool to see. I also saw some Lucky Star figures that I saw that I wanted for a while to match my Konata kimono figure, but I think I can get them a little cheaper on eBay. I know eBay is a little weird to shop on, but you know, I did find those ones at a little bit of a cheaper price. And I did want to buy a Claudia to match my Ryza figure. However, the Claudia figure was 30 bucks at the convention, while on Ami it's only like $9, which I feels like you can see why I didn't get those figures. But regardless of the fact, I still wanted to walk away with some figures, so I decided to get the 2 Ryza figures, which I should have kind of mixed them up to get the Ryza and then Lilia that went together. However, I wanted to get one Ryza that had her full outfit from Ryza 1 intact, and then a Ryza from Ryza 1 without it, because it's the outfit that I mostly use for Ryza 1 when I played the game years ago. I managed to get those 2, but I mostly was after still tapestries and prints, because that's what I wanted to cover my wall with the most. So I did manage to get a couple prints. Now, the first few are Tifa related, because if you guys don't know, Final Fantasy VII is my favorite JRPG series of all time, and it's my favorite game of all time. So I have a Final Fantasy VII section, and I wanted to make a room for Final Fantasy VII. And I was in the market for a Final Fantasy VII tapestry, and I thought since the game just came out in February, there would be a tapestries there, but there wasn't. There was no tapestries there for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is unfortunate. Maybe there's not that many of them that's being made, but it's so weird to me that there isn't. But maybe I will find one in the future. But regardless, I settled on some prints, and this one of Tifa playing the piano just fit so well. It was so beautiful and so well captured and so well drawn that this had to come home with me, and it was like my prize print that I got at that. I will leave a link in the name of the artist right here or on the screen somewhere so you know, but this beautiful piece is just gorgeous, because like it captures the Casa de Sol moment where Tifa was playing the piano, and it just fits so well, and I think this is gonna look so well in a frame on my wall. I did have to get another Tifa print. This one is a little bit more on the sexier side than most, because you know, Tifa is a very beautiful woman, so I had to get something that matched that energy. Nice. And this is the one that I managed to get. It is the Limit Breaker Dolphin Blow, and she's definitely blowing my mind.
Wow.
And the art for this print is absolutely gorgeous. I love the artist for this, which I have on screen right now, and she had so many beautiful prints that I could have gone through, from Nessa, from Peach, to Daisy, to Link, to a bunch of different prints, and I could have spent my entire money budget on her, but I can't. I might have to get a lot of her art from Etsy or her shop or something, because there were so many prints that I wanted to buy that I had to like walk away from for other things. Now this one, which is the last print I managed to pick up, and the last item I managed to pick up for the entire weekend, and was a print that I was not expecting to see or art of, because there's not much tapestry or art of her yet, if you play Honkai Star Rail, you know goddamn well how beautiful and amazing this character is. She has one of my favorite character designs of all time. I don't know how Honkai or Hoyoverse did it, but they did it. This design and her design is so beautifully designed that it just speaks so much volume that it's kind of simplistic, but it works so well. Maybe it's the eyes, maybe it's the way she moves and demeanor that she has. I love her, and I cannot wait to get more prints and figures of Kefka when they do come out, and I'll be all over it. So this was a bundle deal with my wife's 2 prints that she got, which again, if you want to see what she got, you gotta watch her video for it. But I managed to get the Kafka one because I really wanted. Of course, she had like Peach, she had some other stuff, but I am pretty okay with my Peach section right now, for prints at least. So I wanted to share some love with my other characters that I love, and Kafka was definitely in the market of getting some love right now because she if you see this art, do you see her? Do you see her? I feel like Patrick, look at her. She is so gorgeous, and this art is so amazing. It's so beautiful. It captures Kafka so well, so very well. And there was a couple Kafka cosplays that captured Kafka a lot. How many times did I say Kafka in that whole entire rant? I'm so sorry. But regardless of the fact, this was the last print I got, and it looks so gorgeous. And I think I'm gonna be making a Hoyoverse kind of section of my room, from like Genshin to Honkai Star Rail to other properties they have. And this will go very well in this section. That's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching me and talk about anime conventions or my trip to Techo, because it was a lot of fun and it was just something I just wanted to talk about. So if you guys did enjoy this kind of video and you want to see more pickups and gaming room things, let me know down in the comments down below, and I will definitely make that happen. And look forward to this unboxings in the future. This will definitely be happening later this week or sometime next week. Definitely look forward to that. So I'm going to be unboxing these because I am in the mood to unbox some good figures. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did, hit the like button, subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next video next time. Bye me.